But look, obviously, we're talking about Paramount, and you know, we know what's coming right around the pipeline, and it seems like damn, Netflix just had no choice but to lick their wounds and go away. You know what I mean? But look, Netflix is not in a bad position. You know what I'm saying? Like they look. There was this weird feeling from people, like I guess talking about the influencers crashing out. And I'm not really what I'm about to say now is not really about what they're crashing out about necessarily, but I have seen some of them make this like point, you know, and you know, it's that like, oh, there was a I guess much to be said regarding, I guess, like whether or not this was going to be bad or good for the film industry, or you know, they tried to do the whole like politics spin to it and all that, whatever. Look, none of that really matters. But they made it seem like, oh, it was going to be the end, almost like the end of Netflix or something, you know, because all these other companies are trying to like bring them down. And it's like, nobody's bringing Netflix down. Netflix has a stronghold in what they have a stronghold in.
Yeah. Yep.
Period. Like, and even with Paramount acquiring, you know, WBD and whatever now they're about to put in their arsenal for Paramount Plus, and you know, if they, you know, I'm not sure if they're going to keep Max or not, or HBO Max or anything.
Yeah, so what they're doing, they're merging both. It's going to be Paramount plus HBO. That's what it's
right.
Gonna be called.
Okay, that's
mouthful.
2027.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
It's just HBO Max is going to be gone. It's going to be Paramount Plus.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
so
they're going to be all.
It's going to be all right under Paramount. Right.
It's going to be all together.
They're keeping the HBO name in it though.
Gotcha.
That's what they said.
Yeah, they want that in there.
Right.
Yeah. Which I guess makes sense. You got to promote HBO.
The history.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, for sure.
They're going to get views. They're going to get
it. Well, look, what I'm trying to get at is this isn't the end for Netflix. In fact, Netflix is still making deals. Right? They're still making deals. And I was just like, when this came across my lap, I'm like, wait, what? You know, and honestly, it came on my lap accidentally. I'm gonna tell you actually how it came on my lap. It came on my lap because I was gonna use Netflix as a hashtag, and then I saw this weird, you know, the baseball emoji right next to it. I'm like, wait, what the hell is that about? So I'm like, wait, did something just happen that I'm not aware of? And sure enough, I go into the go online, and sure enough, Netflix MLB deal, and that is huge. You know, and Netflix has been making these kind of moves. Wait, what did I miss? What did I miss?
Pin hit you with the.
Did you read the deal? Did you see what they get?
Well, I'm about to get into it right now.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Look, okay. Compared to like what other, I guess, you know, contracts are between like, I guess, you know, Fox still has a good chunk of like the best deal with MLB right now.
Well, they get.
I will say that's how their UFC and WWE thing started. It started with just little, and then they just incremented like, you know.
Right, and that's a good point. And I was gonna get there because that's my whole point is that it might seem small now, but the reality is going back to the main point is that Netflix is for sure still the stream king, and they still have the most subscribers out of all the platforms out there. So it's like Fox can have when the MLB sees the amount of numbers that they're going to get from Netflix, believe me, that deal and that contract is going to upgrade for Netflix.
Bro, they got to.
Oh, go ahead.
My bad. Sorry for interrupting, but I got to say this. All right. So they're not going to get the views they think they're going to get for the opening day game. All right. I'm going to just say that. They are waiting for that Field of Dreams game. All right.
Oh, 100%.
That's the main like.
Let's get there.
Money grabber. You feel me?
Yeah, right. Let's get there. I'm going to go ahead and just read what I got here because you're right. Look, no, you're 100% right about that. And I was going to get into that. But look, this is what I came across was Netflix just became a real player in live baseball, starting this season. They're carrying marquee MLB events plus some big international stuff around the WBC. So apparently they're going to also have some of the World Baseball Classic viewings. I'm not so sure which ones exactly, but That's apparently part of the deal.
It's the ones in Japan later in the year.
Okay,
it's not
right.
even the.
Oh, I see right here. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, you're right. So the live MLB on Netflix from 2026 to 2028. Netflix has a 3-year deal with MLB to stream multiple live events each season. They get a single exclusive opening night, regular season game each year, the night before traditional opening day. First ever MLB game on Netflix is Yankees at Giants at Oracle Park on March 25th, 2026 is opening night.
Mm-hmm.
It's a one-off national game on Netflix. Other national packages are on ESPN, Fox, NBC / Peacock, etc. Netflix will stream the T-Mobile Home Run Derby each year of the deal, starting with the 2026 Derby from Citizens Bank Park on July 13th. They also get one special event game per year, including the 2026 Field of Dreams game, Phillies versus Twins on August 13, 2026. For 2026, Netflix is streaming every Japan national team game and, in fact, every game of the 2026 World Baseball Classic between March 5th to the 17th under a rights deal MLB announced with ESPN, NBC Universal, and Netflix. In Japan, that Netflix exclusivity has already sparked concern that putting the WBC behind a single streamer will dampen its reach and appeal. Interesting. Netflix and MLB did a full season docuseries, The Clubhouse, A Year with the Red Sox, following the 2024 Boston Red Sox. It premiered globally on Netflix in April 2025. Netflix also released a separate documentary project in the 2004 championship. Okay, I saw that. That's nothing really new. Where this fits in the TV landscape. MLB recut its national media rights so that ESPN, NBC / Peacock, and Netflix share tentpole events. NBC and Peacock gets Sunday Night Baseball and early playoff rounds, while Netflix gets opening night, the Derby, and Field of Dreams. The Netflix deal fills part of the gap left when ESPN stepped back from its previous richer MLB package and is part of MLB's broader strategy ahead of bigger rights and renewals around 2029. So that's so far what I got there. But go ahead. So now, Pin, you're making the point that, it's going to be that Field of Dreams game that's going to be the biggest factor.
The Field of Dreams was a huge success when they brought it back when the White Sox played. And this was a bad White Sox team, but I think it was the most viewed game of the year. It doesn't matter who's playing. We gonna watch the Field of Dreams game. You know what I mean? Like, if you're a baseball fan, if you're a movie fan, you're gonna tune in on that. But like the All-Star game, it needs to be renovated. I say that because no one watches the MLB Home Run Derby anymore, even though it has the most views out of all the All-Star games. It's still not a lot of views, though, at the end of the day. You know, no one watches the Pro Bowl. The NBA All-Star game, they're trying, but it's just not working out for them. But the Home Run Derby, it's cool, but they need some ideas from your boy Pin, man.
Hey, what are those ideas?
How about instead of the All-Star game or whatever, you put the WBC tournament during the All-Star game weekend, bro, and you make it last like a week and a half to 2 weeks, or even a month-long tournament. They did this with NHL with the Winter Olympics, where they stopped playing NHL games and they strictly focused on the MLB or the Olympics.
The Olympics.
You do that you see the success right now for the WBC, bro. You see how people are proud. You see how the players are playing. They care. You had Julio Rodriguez from the Seattle Mariners center fielder say, I'd rather win the WBC championship than win a World Series with Seattle. You're seeing how much it means because you got the best players from each country. You put that during the All-Star break and give like MLB like a month off or whatever. So the only thing that would cause an issue, like you can't play baseball in November, so you would have to start a month early. Start in March 1st. You know what I mean? Like that's fine. You could play a little cold in March. Well, that's not a big deal. But they need to switch things up because of the how they have it right now. No one's really watching. It's the views are not what it was before.
I will say to your point, the WNBA, WNBA, that's they did something different. But the NBA itself for All-Star weekend this year, there was no All-Star game. It was Team USA 1 and 2, which is I thought was a good step in the right direction for them. And I think something like that for MLB would be good. But the reason why I brought up WNBA, the reason why I brought up
right direction, still buns though. You feel me?
Yeah. But I will say this: the WNBA. I'm a big advocate. I've been on the sports shows. We talk about it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
What they do for their All-Star break is they actually what you talked about. They have a tournament.
Yep.
It's a I think it's like a 5-on-5 or 4-on-4 like a half court game, and they do the best of the best. They have their captains. They pick their teams, the countries and stuff like that, and they go at it. And that's like something where it's like, okay, maybe they need to start talking to those people to see like how they change it. And the views on that for the WNBA, I mean, are through the roof.
I mean, you know why they got the views up.
Well,
you know
hey man, I watch for the game, all right? I watch for the game, but
hey, the game is good. The game is cool, but no, it's not. No, you went the wrong way. Hold on.
Okay, my bad.
No, they got the views because of Caitlyn.
Yeah,
without
and
her,
injury.
No one's watching. And that is because look at last year. WNBA had this is the biggest year they've ever had when it comes to views.
Yeah.
And then it stopped when she got hurt. Right. Then no one was watching again. Like it's just the super fans again.
Paige Bakers, she bringing in some views.
She's bringing a little bit, but it's not like Caitlin Clark, bro.
No, yeah,
it's not. Look,
Clark
I'm from Chicago. You feel me? Angel Reese plays out here.
Yeah,
she's not selling out arenas. You know what I mean? Like the only time it's sold out is when Caitlin Clark is entering the building on the road for the Fever. You know what I mean?
Shout out to them. They were playing together for the USA teams.
Did you see Caitlin Clark like she handshake dabbed everybody and it's Angel Reese like
a picture of her, Angel
you
Reese.
You can't see me.
Yeah.
When she first walked into the game, bro. I don't know if you've seen it. She gave dabs to everybody on the court. But she didn't it wasn't on purpose, but they're making it seem like it's on purpose. But Angel Reese put her hand out to shake her hand, and Caitlin Clark just turned her back on her, like, all right, defense, let's get it in here, bro.
Look, Pig trying to start a whole war on here. That's crazy,
did you hear what I said? You didn't hear everything I said, bro.
Power move.
I said they made it seem like it was like a power move like that, but I said she didn't even see. In reality, she didn't even see her. Right. She didn't see her hand out there. She just like dab 4 people and then turned around and like was calling the play out. Like, this is what we gotta do. And Reeves was like, okay, I say less, but it wasn't like a purposeful thing. But you know how the internet be, bro. One clip could turn into something out of pocket. It could turn to you know what I mean? So, but at the end of the day, MLB, first. ESPN has dropped the ball, by the way, when it comes to a lot of their sporting. Like, I feel like they dropped the ball with MLB. Like, we're not getting baseball on ESPN often. Like, we're not getting shows that often. Like, people forget about Baseball Tonight. That used to be like a staple for so many homes. And now it's like no one even knows. Like, you only could get it on ESPN Ultimate Plus. You know what I mean? Like, what?
I think ESPN as a whole has been really dropping the ball. I feel like
they're dropping the ball WWE too. Like
they're more focused on what Stephen A show you want to put on the air.
Yeah,
which hey, shout out to Stephen A. That man getting the bread. You feel me?
Yeah. No, that's true.
But
he's not sport. He just talks about it. And if you're not gonna put sports on ESPN, you're just gonna have talk show hosts. That's an ABC
ESPN
thing.
Podcast.
That's an ABC and a Disney thing, and Disney needs to fall back on that, John, bro, because it ain't the Oprah Winfrey Show, and they're trying to make the Stephen A. the Oprah Winfrey Show, and they're trying to put the Steve Harvey as the Pat McAfee Show. Like, they're just recycling and putting new names on it, and it's not working. They're losing viewers, and they're forgetting about sports. You know what I mean? Like, they're forgetting about it completely. It's unfortunate, and ESPN needs to be grateful that MLB included them in the deal, because they could have walked. They could have walked easily and just been like Fox, NBC, Netflix. Netflix gained the bulk of the games. That's when I think it's eventually going to happen. If ESPN keeps this up, say bye-bye to MLB on ESPN. And it's going to be, it might be an exclusive home for Netflix. And guess what? Because of the WBC, this is a big move for baseball. Guess what? Baseball is back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
It's never left for me, but I know what it is at the end of the day. But now, because of this WBC, you see how important it is to everybody, the fans, the players, the game itself.
Yeah.
They have to figure something out with the All-Star game. Put this in June and July. Imagine how it'll be in June and July when you see the team's records and the players on that team, and they're coming up, joining forces because they're from the same country and representing. You know how bigger it's going to be just by moving it a couple months down?
Yeah, no.
MLB will be the king of sports again like it was in the 90s. I'm just saying. Stop me when I'm lying.
To your point, I kind of see ESPN taking that shift with allowing all these podcast shows, like for instance the Pat McAfee. You have the Stephen A. You have First Take, but then you also have the Stephen A. show. Then like I wouldn't be surprised if that's next for Netflix to pitch out to them. Get them rights and be like, let this be the hub for for that ESPN podcast, all that stuff. Because if you see now with Netflix,
they're doing it. Yeah,
look how many podcasts they already have. You have the Joe and Jada podcast on there. You got so many with even the shows getting personal podcasts. One Piece just had a podcast show speaking about the episodes that just came out. Like, dude, it's crazy. It's nuts.
Look, hey, Netflix gonna mess around and get the Joe Rogan podcast there too. They gonna mess around and get Joe Rogan, bro, because it ain't working out for Spotify.
No,
watch, bro. I feel it, bro.
XM, all that. Like they all.
And with Netflix not getting Warner Brothers, I feel like they're seeing some more opportunities here, and we'll see what happens.
In other words, they're gonna put that $2 billion that Paramount gave to work. You feel me?
I'm just the only thing I'm concerned with when it comes to the sporting stuff. Netflix or Paramount, they kind of set the playbook on how to beat Netflix. You know what I mean? So a lot of if other networks just put up the money, they know Netflix will fold eventually. They always have a limit. And they will never pass that limit.
Now more than ever.
Yeah, they will not pass that limit. Why? Because they don't really need to. They already got good stuff going on right there, and they're content with what they got. But if they want to take things to the next level, you need to pay the price. You need to pay the price, and they're gonna get it back. Yeah, imagine it's like MLB is exclusively on Netflix.
That'd be crazy. But
you know how much money that'll cost, but you know how much money they're gonna make?
Exactly.
Buku, bro. We talking buku. We talking about Kazam buku. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
Buku.